Gah! Nara shouted. She was currently in the forest, in her XLR-8 form, rushing to Kyoshi. Only for him to dodge to the side, avoiding her attempt to grab him. Nara continued to try and grab him, all the while Kyoshi weaved each attempt. Then Kyoshi ran away, deeper into the forest, with Nara following in pursuit. The two ran through the forest at speeds beyond that of a bullet train. Not bad, it's rare that anyone is able to move this fast. Kyoshi praised, turning around and running backward to talk to her. TCH. Nara grunted. She tried to speed up, but she was already going beyond her max. And he still wasn't breaking a sweat. BRRR. Now. Nara growled. As much as it hurt her pride, she had no choice but to accept defeat here. She started slowing down, more and more trying to make sure she didn't get herself killed when she transformed back. BRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRR Nara was back to normal, and still running faster than her legs could support, causing her to trip and roll forward towards a tree. Before she could hit, however, Kyoshi dashed in and swooped her up. That was close. I insist you be more careful next time, Kyoshi lightly scolded. Still, that speed of yours is impressive. Maybe when you're all grown up, you can make me actually break a sweat in a race. Hee hee hee. Nara pouted. Alright. I get it. But don't think you're the fastest just yet. There's still one thing I haven't tried yet. X. Ken was eating some cereal in the cafeteria when Nara walked up to him. Fuse with me, Nara demanded. Ken stopped eating and raised an eyebrow. 1. No. 2nd. Why? I lost in a race. Nara huffed, blushing a bit with embarrassment. She'd never been outsped before. XLR-8 had always been the fastest around. Sure, she knew she might not be as fast as someone like All Might, but that was All Might. Comparing herself to him was unfair in any regard. Although she was also aware that Ochako, the Gammas, and maybe full-power Kiba would be able to outspeed her, all of those came with caveats. The Gammas could outspeed her now, but when she grew up she'd probably be faster. And Ochako and Kiba could only go that fast for so long before the drawbacks to their quirks slowed them down. But Kyoshi was on another level. He was likely as fast, if not faster than All Might. And she'd never be able to catch up with him. At least not by herself. You lost a race? Ken asked, slightly shocked by that. Was it that new teacher guy? Is he that fast? Faster. His speed is ridiculous, Nara said. The only way I can outspeed him is with your help. So just fuse with me already. Ken pondered it. On the one hand, he didn't particularly like fusing. But on the other hand, his sister would probably be really annoying for a while if he refused. Alright, but you owe me one. What are we even fusing XLR8 with anyway? Not like I have any super fast forms. Just pick your fastest form, Nara told him, before shuddering. Which is probably stinkfly, huh? Probably. Flying is way faster than running, Ken said. Wonder what kind of fusion that'll be. Let's just get this over with. Nara sighed. We'll do some practice in the new form today, and then race Sensei in the morning tomorrow. Got it? Yeah, sure. Ken rolled his eyes. Just let me finish my cereal. Oh ho. So you two will be teaming up against me this time, Kyoshi said as they stood at the edge of the forest. That's right. Today we'll show you who the fastest one around really is, Nara said. Ken, it's fusion time. Man, you are really fired up, huh? Ken said as he got ready. The two activated their Omnitrix, and in a flash of blue, the two had become one. What stood in their place was a red humanoid manta ray, with big green eyes, black outlines on their face, and yellow horns. They had gills on their sides, and yellow patagia under their arms. Lastly, they also had a long, thin red tail. Huh, that was not what I expected, Kyoshi said. It doesn't really look like a fusion. Yeah, we don't really understand how the whole fusion thing works either, the fusion said. Apparently it's not really fusing the forms, it's kinda like how kids are born with quirks that are related to their parents, but much stronger. I see. So it'll take certain elements, but overall it's its own thing, Kyoshi said. How interesting. By the way, what exactly should I call you? Call us Jet Ray, the fusion said. Now let's race already. We can only do this once a day. My apologies. Let's not waste any more time then, Kyoshi said. Whoosh! With that, Kyoshi suddenly dashed away. You little! Jet Ray scowled, before jumping into the air, and quickly giving chase. Boom! Jet Ray flew forward after Kyoshi, at insane speeds, cutting through the air like a knife. As they started catching up to Kyoshi very quickly. Oh wow, they weren't kidding. They've just started and they're already this fast, Kyoshi thought, as he then sped up significantly, actually putting in a bit of effort, causing him to go significantly faster. Oh no you don't, Jet Ray said, before moving forward even faster. Boom! The two continued to race around the edge of the forest. The two of them both increased their speed little by little, as Jet Ray started catching up to Kyoshi bit by bit. Come on! So close! Jet Ray thought as they slowly decreased the distance between them and Kyoshi. How truly impressive, Kyoshi said. However, you're a few years off before you can catch me. Kaboom! Suddenly Kyoshi shot forward again, the sound barrier breaking as he increased his speed to max, and started outpacing Jet Ray once again. A sonic boom! Jet Ray gasped, looking at the fleeing Kyoshi in awe for a moment, before giving him a determined glare. "We're not done yet." Jet Ray flapped their arms, as they mustered up every bit of power they could, making them go faster and faster. Boom! 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 Small bursts formed around them as they approached, breaking the sound barrier. "Come on! I'm so close," Jet Ray thought. And then everything went black. "Oh," Kyoshi thought as he saw Jet Ray start to fall out of the sky. He turned around and caught Jet Ray, who slammed into Kyoshi. "Off!" Kyoshi grunted as he spat out blood, the pain only getting worse as the two slammed into the ground. Kyoshi took the brunt of the force as his back skidded across the dirt. Ow, 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 ow. After skidding a few more miles, they came to a stop. The back of Kyoshi's robe had been completely destroyed, and there was some yellow pus-like stuff leaking out. "Well, this is extremely painful," Kyoshi said casually, before looking down at the unconscious Jet Ray. "BRRRRR! BRRRRR! BRRRRR! BRRRRR!" In a flash of red, Jet Ray had turned back into Ken and Nara, both of them looking a bit scuffed up. "Ugh!" they both groaned. "So what have we learned?" Izuku asked, sounding mighty annoyed. "Not to go over our limit," Ken and Nara said at the same time. The two of them were laid up in the infirmary. Vera had fixed most of the injuries they'd gotten from crashing into Kyoshi, although they were still a bit groggy. Kyoshi, on the other hand, seemed perfectly fine. Good as new after changing into a new set of clothes. "I apologize, Mr. Midoriya. I didn't expect them to suddenly run out of energy so soon. It's fine, these forms don't work the same way normal human bodies work. I couldn't expect you to know how they work," Izuku said. "This is fully on them." "I'm sorry," Ken and Nara said simultaneously. Ken shot Nara a look that said, "I hope you're happy." And Nara just stuck her tongue out. "Ha!" Himiko shouted as she swiped her wooden knife at Odo, who blocked it with his own fake knife. Giza watched as the two fought each other, with AKA by his side looking at the two in awe. "Wow! Those two are amazing," AKA said as she watched the knife fight. "Yes, the two have grown quite adept at this. Almost so for children," Giza noted as he stroked his beard. "However, there is one thing that actually worries me." Odo thrust his knife forward at Himiko's neck, but Himiko fell back onto her arms and delivered a powerful kick to his stomach. Odo struggled not to make a sound as he got the wind knocked out of him, and he stumbled back. Himiko jumped back onto her feet and ran at Odo. Odo swiped at Himiko with his knife to keep her away, but Himiko jumped over him. Odo panicked and quickly turned around to try and do something to stop her, but the moment he turned around, he found Himiko's knife was already at his throat. "I win," Himiko sang, putting up a peace sign with her other hand, and smiling cheerfully. AKA gave Himiko an applause. "Nice one. That was amazing." Odo, on the other hand, didn't seem as enthused. Scowling at Himiko, before dropping his knife and walking away. Himiko looked confused. "Huh? Did I do something bad?" "No, that's just the natural reaction when confronted with an unfair amount of talent," Giza said. "It wounds the pride a bit, but he will get over it in time." It's not that Giza didn't understand. Odo had spent most of his life learning to fight, mostly against his will, using very harsh methods to become proficient in close-quarters combat, to minimize the use of his overly destructive quirk. Himiko had been training for a little over a month and was already better with a knife than him. She was a prodigy, with reflexes and muscle memory that were, strictly speaking, some of the best Giza had ever seen. It's like she was made for violence. Although to be fair, Odo was still a little bit better than her when it came to pure hand-to-hand, that was likely little consolation for the poor boy. Aha! 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 Odo had had enough. He went back to his room to try and get some rest after his loss, and of course, his sister was there. Naturally, Ko asked why he looked so upset, and Odo gave her a quick answer before laying down. Then his sister started playing that obnoxious text-to-speech laugh on repeat, while silently laughing her heart out. Odo quickly rose up and glared at his sister, before signing. "Could you stop?" "Oh, I'm sorry. Am I making you upset?" Ko signed back smugly. "I didn't think you could even feel emotions anymore, you smug bastard. Why are you like this?" Odo signed. "What did I ever do to you? The fact that you have to ask is a problem." Ko scowled, before getting up and leaving. Odo shook his head. "Why did she even come here?"